shocks are no good. The hood shocks are tired. Drive past that altogether. Check the pressures on the high and the low side. It's a weird way to put this thing on, because as you saw, it makes it difficult to gain access. That's what it is. There you go. Now we're going to make sure our manifold is, matter of fact, I'm going to unplug, I'm going to undo the battery terminal there, the negative, just to be safe. So I'm right on top of the alternator, I don't want no sparky sparks, so I'm going to just undo this thing, just to be safe. That's caked on there. Alright, come on. There you go. So we got the negative out of our way. Now we can be a little bit safer here. Make sure our manifold gauges are closed off. Now we're going to screw in. Check the pressures. It's just pretty low. There's some left in it, but pretty low. So it is what it is. Is it overfilled or underfilled? I get 128 cc, so I'm just going to put just a little bit more in the new one, just for good measure. Just a tad. There you go. There you go. Okay. Time to put it back on the car. We're going to use this for this one for transportation purposes. If they need to do a swap, I mean a core refund. And we're going to take this one, put it on the car. It's going to set in like an alternator. Snap into it. Alright, let's not put it all the way in because we got other ones to take care of. Namely that one, the long one. Just gotta fiddle with it until it sits in there. This is gonna be 15 millimeter. And then the last one right there, a little next to the, there you go. Now we got everything kind of threaded in. We can use the electric ratchet and we can snug that one over there for now. Makes no difference now. And we're going to get our 15 millimeter. Yeah, same thing in there. Alright, we're gonna get our camera work with me, man. There you go. So this one goes in first. Move the gasket this way. Push in. Alright. Alright. Get some nuts. Cool beans. All right. Okey-doke. That's it. Tight. Alright, we can put our belt back. Let's get the 15. Drop the connections back on. Alright. Good. By the way, this compressor looks extra cheap. It's almost like a rebuild, like in a Mexican shop or something. No offense to anybody there, I'm just saying. I know what they look like. Alright, so we got that squared away. Connection is connected. Belt is back on. So now we're gonna put the intake back. I have to remove it just to not fight against it. When you have to. Now the intake is back on. Come on, do it. Right on. See the screwdriver. That's it. Alright guys, so we finished the installation. It was not a big deal. What you want to remember is that last bolt right there at the back. That's the one that I couldn't see, and I thought this was stuck, but it wasn't stuck. It's just the bolt was still there. Anyway, you know, once we put it back together, the compressor still wasn't going on, even though we charged it up, right? We had enough to make it go, but it didn't go. So what I did basically to bypass testing all of the system, simple trick. You locate the low pressure switch in this case sitting right there, right? Forget how you call this whole unit. It'll come back to me. AC is one of those jobs you only do, you know, a couple months a year or whatever. So, but anyway, so type of receiver dryer, but there's another name for it. I can't just think of it right now. Anyway, in the back of it there, if my, let me see if I get a light for you. All right, so that switch is sitting right there in the back. Right there is the switch. So that's called a low pressure switch. So this one right here, I'm just bypassing the low pressure switch, right? So it works kind of like a, you know, any other pressure switch, I guess, you know. So to bypass it, basically, I'm just introducing continuity. So this is not one of those systems that's like, you know, very complex. So if you could just basically put a pin, even I don't have a pin, but I have these wires. So hook one on the one end, on the other end, and then it'll come on. But then it comes on and it stays on. I don't like that. I like the compressor to be able to cycle. If the pressure's going high enough or something like that, it should be able to cycle. But anyway, this is it right here. That's the problem. And as soon as I hooked it up, compressor came on, and it started getting very cold inside the cabin. So I'm going to tell the customer to go get one of those and some more Freon, because once we release that, we're going to lose Freon again. And we'll give it another shot, and that's what it is. All right, guys.